Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Thank you for joining us for Library Tea Time, where information is always brewing. My name is Brandy, and this is my sidekick, Mandy.
Howdy, howdy.
We want to take this time to thank our Library Friends groups for making this show possible. Our Library Friends provide additional funding for programs and events that take place throughout the year. Their generosity and volunteerism know no bounds. Thank you so much, Library Friends.
Yes, thank you, Library Friends. Yay!
Yeah.
All right, our guests for our show today are from the Central Branch Library right here in Conroe. And please welcome Karen Faulkner, Adult Reference Librarian, and Hailey Juliano, our Young Adult Librarian. How are you guys?
Pretty
Doing
good.
all right.
Good. We're so glad to have you.
Glad
All
to be
right,
here.
so can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, how long have you been with Montgomery County Library?
I've been in the system for, I believe it's about 8 years now. I started out as a shelver at the South Regional location, and then when I got my degree, I jumped over to the Central. And I was a floating librarian for a year, and then I became the young adult librarian, and I've been there ever since.
So you just love it?
I do. I love it.
Good.
That's my spot.
Good.
That's great.
That's
Yep.
good. It's great when you find your spot.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
I do think
good.
being the traveling librarian helped because I could kind of sample out all of the different branches.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
neat.
A trial
Yes.
of different positions and different branches.
Well, that's lucky that,
Yeah.
you know, you didn't land in a position that you're like, meh,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, good. And so shelving. Some people don't know that we do. We have shelvers. We have people that work in the circulation department. We have people that work in the back end. Like, the library is a lot of working bees
Yes.
together. We are a hive.
Yep.
So did you enjoy shelving?
I did. It was part-time, and I started because I wanted to have something to put on my transcript in order to get in the master's program, and I just continued to like it, so I was there for 4 years.
Nice.
Yep.
So that was my least favorite thing to do.
Really?
In the school library. Fiction, not so much, but nonfiction.
Yeah.
So I would literally just put in some heavy metal and zone out.
Yeah.
And just shelve.
Yeah.
I had to help myself do
Yeah.
that job.
Mine were the children's ebooks, the really thin picture books that you
Yes.
can barely see the spines, and you have to pull out
Yes.
each one to see what the title is.
Yeah.
And they're all different shapes.
And they're all different shapes. Yes.
Yeah. Karen, how long have you been with the system?
So I will be reaching my second year in June, which prior to this, I had no library experience besides just being a patron for years. I think junior high was when I really was into the library because the junior high I used to go to was right next to the library. So every time school got out, me and a group of friends would go there and be part of the young adult programs. And so went to school for something else and then ended up here a couple years later. And right now I'm actually working on my master's degree. I'm in my last 3 semesters, so I've got a year left. And I'm currently working as the reference assistant for the librarians upstairs and work alongside Hailey, doing a lot of whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
have a lot
absolutely.
of a lot of things going on up there in the workroom.
Yes.
Brandy and I will pass through when we need to get to other places, and always busy up
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's always something happening.
Yeah.
You have a
Paper,
lot of
cardboard.
yeah. You have a lot of talent up there. We wanted to
Yes.
add. It's amazing the displays that the reference department has.
Yes.
They're seasonal, all kinds of passive programs. It's very, very impressive. Anyone that hasn't stopped by the Central Library and visited the reference department should most definitely do that because it's amazing the talent in that department.
Yeah, you guys always have a fun photo op.
Yes,
We
and
try.
We definitely try.
Yes.
Nice. So Karen, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had some senior experience prior to working in the library?
Yes, I did. I used to work as a music therapist, board certified music therapist for about almost 4 years before I came to the library system, and I mainly worked in elder care. So I went to assisted livings, skilled nursing facilities, and dementia care was my main goal. But prior to that, I was doing a lot of similar styles, but it was actually hospice.
Yeah. So Karen's helped us a lot. By the way, Karen Faulkner and Mandy Faulkner, unfortunately, are not kin to each other. But she probably could be my daughter as well. Okay, so Karen has helped Brandy and I with our some of our memory care seniors. Also, Laura, our genealogy librarian, does a memory care thing. But we have taken some of your suggestions out to our senior facilities and used them.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yes, so thank you for that.
My pleasure. I really do have a passion for seniors, and it's good to see that they're getting some love and additional support, because sometimes they get forgotten about.
That's right. That's right.
And story times, people always say, well, story times, are for the children. But a lot of times in those facilities, they too appreciate the story times as well. And it's very touching what we see. So thank you so much for your contributions in that area.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah. All right. So some people might not know where the Central Library is. So could you tell me exactly where it is and maybe surrounding, landmarks or something?
Sure.
We're right off of 45. It is right next to the Veterans Memorial Park and the giant, if you see all the giant flags, we're right next to it.
Also, if you've heard of the Sapphire Building fire,
Oh.
we're the building right
my
next door.
Goodness.
Yes.
That was a not exciting day, but a very
Eventful.
eventful. Thank you. That's a good word.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And so what are the hours for our Central branch?
Right now, our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays are 10 to 2.
Awesome. Okay. Great. All right. And I know Central's one of our larger branches as far as people that work there. Do you happen to know how many employees are in the Central branch?
Just the Central branch, like
Just the
not
Central
including
branch.
the back end.
So let's just do it all together because we're all there anyway. So for those of you that don't know, our Central branch, is the library, but it also houses our tech and acquisitions department and our administrative department. So there's lots of little busy bees in that building. How many people do you
I
think?
think we're around 23 of just the Central branch.
Yeah, I was going to guess
Members.
like 50 or 60.
So anyone who's
I think
public
it's
facing.
upwards like 67,
Yeah.
right?
So I remember it being 62 not very long ago, but positions have been added. So I think between 62 and 67 people in that building is probably pretty close.
Right, and it includes a meeting room for 100 people.
Yes.
And it also includes a book nook for the friends. So lots of things
Yep.
in
And
that
we've
building.
got the study rooms too upstairs.
Yes, study rooms.
Yep.
Yes, and there is a lot of people don't know in adjacent to the two study rooms, you also have like a little mini conference room that seats, is it 6 people?
6 max, yep.
That's
Yep.
what I thought, and that's very convenient for a lot of applications.
Yeah. And then downstairs, I know our last episode we had Alex on, and he was talking about the newly renovated children's department.
Yes.
So lots of great things happening at Central. All right. So, computer lab. I forgot.
Computer lab
There's
and
a computer
genealogy.
lab.
Yes.
And genealogy.
Yes.
How can we forget? So the genealogy center is also housed upstairs, and then we have a large computer room that has 20-ish computers.
24 computers.
24
computers.
When they're
computers.
working.
Yes.
Yes, well,
Well, when you're, when we're having a service for the public, things happen, and so
do.
it is what it is. But it's great that we have them available to the public, and you guys are at the reference desk right next door to the computer lab. So if you need help, ask for Karen and Hailey.
They are absolutely your best friend.
We don't always know everything, but we try.
Well,
Yes.
there you go. That's all a library needs to do is just find that information for them.
Yep.
Empower the patrons.
And our digital resource specialist, Leah, is new.
Yes.
But she has been very helpful with answering those difficult
Yes.
questions that we might not know,
Yes.
or she might have had experience with prior with her
Right.
background as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she does offer classes, because we do have 24 computers in there. She usually cuts off about half of that room to do classes for computer basics. And now she's offering one-on-ones as well that you can book for Fridays if you need just additional supportive help, which
Yeah.
does seem to be a lot of the questions that we have to answer
Right.
at the reference desk.
We actually got to visit with
did. We had
Leah
a
yesterday.
video.
We kind of sprung it on her, but and we have a video for
Yes.
later in the show.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Poor Leah. She was like, okay.
It was
Leah, she's great.
truly a spur of the moment. Yes.
All right. So, what is your favorite part about working in the library?
Since I am the young adult or teen librarian, I do love doing the programs. That's like my niche is like the teen programs.
So, what's your favorite program?
One of my more popular and one that I enjoyed doing, it was called Be a Wizard for a Day. So we made some wands and some little potion bottles.
What'd you make the wands out of?
It was chopsticks, and you wrapped cardboard and hot glue around it, and then they got to paint and decorate them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, it was fun.
Cool. And the potion bottles, what did you?
I had little, I got little glass vials, and we stuffed cotton into them, and then added like food coloring, glitter,
Cute.
all kinds of things.
Cute.
Yeah.
It was well attended, I'm assuming.
That one was very popular.
So, how many attendees usually come?
It varies. Some programs are incredibly popular. Some get inquiries, a lot of inquiries, but they don't always end up making it. It varies. Sometimes I'll have a couple. Sometimes I'll have, I think that one I had like 15 or 16. And
Wow.
then for summer reading, the numbers go up.
Right, of course.
Right.
of
That's
course.
a lot, though, for
Yeah.
during a year, you know, when people are in school
Yeah.
and stuff. So it's your creativity that makes those programs special.
Thank you. I do take some recommendations from some of my coworkers. Of
course,
Very
of
good.
I take all the credit.
Karen's like,
Yeah. I'm sure she's come up with not most, but some of them. You and Liv. Liv is another one of our reference librarians. She's good.
Very creative.
Yes.
So, Karen, what's your favorite part about working in the library?
Honestly, programs, but I really do enjoy making, helping make the flyers, be it just like the artwork for it, or even coming up with some of the quips. Believe it or not, I'm gonna probably out myself, but I am the Grinch. And I don't know if you were here for Dinovember, but I was also Terry the T-Rex. It's short for terrifying. And really do enjoy being in those suits, even though they do get hot, but it's really fun to run around in costume, believe it or not.
It's fun to watch.
Karen does an incredible Grinch.
She really does.
Yes.
I was getting ready to say that for sure. So we had the opportunity to visit the department when they were having a program during last December's holidays. And I have never seen such a creative Grinch. Amazing. The expressions. I mean, it was real. There's, like I said, there
Jim
is.
Carrey was at the library.
I'm telling you, no,
Absolutely.
female version of Jim Carrey. But I tell you what, Jim Carrey better watch out because, I mean, it was so convincing. And the Grinch just showed up in the strangest places.
Yes.
Yes. We had a quartet that day, didn't we?
did.
A string quartet, as I recall. And the Grinch just sort of popped in and wasn't quite sure by that expression on his face if he was, or her face, if he was actually up to mischief or just enjoying the string quartet.
So, didn't we have an elf on the shelf visit us too?
Yes, which was in the children's department, which I believe was
He
led
liked
that
it.
one by Tia. And
Tia.
then
Oh, okay,
also
okay.
Reference did help hide the elf a couple times.
Yeah.
I think when he got locked in the display case,
Yes.
no one could find him.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Lots and lots of crazy things happen at Central Library. good things. Yeah.
Lots of good things.
Keep everyone on their toes.
Yes, a lot of
Yes.
characters. You never know what you're going to see, who you're going to see at the Central Library. So, your favorite part is playing the characters. Is that what you said?
Playing the characters and also just helping create some of our fun
Right.
slogans that we've come up with. I don't know if anyone's been on our Facebook page recently, but we've been very quippy.
Quippy.
Yes, quippy.
So, speaking of Facebook page, if you have Facebook, you can go to Central Branch Library. I think it's -MCMLS is the official library page, and go ahead and follow them, like it. If you don't already, a lot of people don't realize that we have 7, 8, 9 library pages.
We do.
And one of them is just the umbrella page, which is the Montgomery County Memorial Library page. And then each library has their own
Yes.
Facebook page, plus our genealogy
Yes.
department. And then we only have one Instagram. And all of our tags can be found in the description, the show description. So check that out for any of those links. Okay, so Karen, let's get back to you. Let's see. What was your favorite program that you've had for adults?
Let's see. My favorite program was probably we had a relaxation program where I had one of
I'm
my
in already.
Yeah.
I had one of my former music therapy coworkers. She sent one of her workers in, and she provided a progressive muscle relaxation session. We did have a few just regular patrons come in and join because all of our programs are open to the public, and that's what we wanted to attend.
Right.
But it seemed to be very popular amongst the staff.
Staff that were off the clock came in and they were like, that was great. Let's do it again. Okay.
And I believe she's going to be coming back around the beginning of school slash
What?
when SAT.
What day?
Yeah.
We haven't determined the perfect day yet, but we're going to try to offer one for teens as well to help with test anxiety for SATs and just getting back into the school.
Oh, I like that.
Just school stress. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's a real thing.
Yes.
And we're going to offer it again also for adults with the goal that hopefully the teachers can get some pre-relaxation with all of their, in-services and pre-homework, pre-school work as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I have almost successfully survived 3 seniors. I've graduated 2, and then I'm working on my 3rd one at the end of May. Hallelujah.
Oh, yeah. It's close.
So, yeah, I could see where that would be needed for sure. Yeah. Lots of testing, lots of anxiety.
Yep.
My 4th one actually is going to start high school next year as a freshman in college as well. So, she's a go-getter.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot to me.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
There's a lot going on, and she's going to be a cheerleader too. So
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Busy.
she's funner than me. But anyway, I could see where that would be needed for sure. That's exciting.
It is.
Okay, well, don't let me know because I'm going to come.
Oh my goodness.
I'll take the
make-
day. I just feel like
Yeah.
I'm not at work today.
I'll make sure the staff can know, and
Yeah.
I'll see if we can't get just a staff one.
Yeah.
That would
good.
be great. What a wonderful idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we get some stress too. Yeah. We don't get to read books all day long.
I know.
That is what everyone thinks.
Yes.
How many times a day does someone say that to
It's
you?
a lot.
That's a lot.
They're like, so how can I become a librarian? Because that looks fun. You just get to sit there. And
You
you're
get
like,
paid to read all day.
It's like, I'm not just sitting here. I swear. You just call me at an off time.
Glue, cardboard stuck to you.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Just running around the computer lab helping like 10 different people in there. Yeah. I wish
Definitely
I
a
could read all day.
passion.
Yes.
Actually, a program like that could be very beneficial for like a professional development day as well. You know, portion of it, maybe, the back end of it where, you relax and then you leave. It's just
Mental
it
health and
sounds-
wellness.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds great.
Pre or post lunch.
If you do it post lunch,
Post
no one's
lunch,
gonna
go
run
to
out and
sleep.
sleep.
Yep.
Yeah. There's something to that. Most definitely.
Take notes. All right. So let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Library Tea Time.
All right.
Montgomery County Memorial Library System has 7 branches across the county. Visit One Near You to obtain a free library card. For more information about this and free events offered, visit our website at countylibrary.org. We'll see you at the library.
All right, welcome back to Library Tea Time. So let's talk about some events that are happening in May. I know that our April month was really full. Like just our PR department, Brandy and I and Ann had 12 events in April. Like we were hopping. At 1 week, we were doing something every day.
Yep.
Doing something every day. So, and I think we only had like 2 weekends off.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And of course, not open one weekend, but those kids
for
festivals
Easter.
and all that in Conroe and the Interfaith Healthy Kids Festival.
Very successful.
Very successful. I mean, amazing. We love to go to all these festivals.
Right. So that's just our outreaches, but and April was very busy as far as programs at the library. So if you ever want to know what is happening at the library, you can go to countylibrary.org and click on the events calendar, and then it allows you to separate it by your location. So all of our branches are on there, and then it allows you to toggle over to which month that you would like to see. So I know that we have lots of things happening. Brady, do you want to start out?
Yes. I wanted to let everyone know that the Mitchell branch, they are having a wonderful teen craft night where they're going to make mini piñatas because it's going to be for May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And that'll be at 5:30 in the evening. That should be lots of fun.
Oh, it says snacks provided and all supplies provided. I wonder
Oh,
if
my
they're going to
goodness.
provide the candy. Probably not.
I don't know. You think they're going to let them sit there and stuff the candy in the piñata when they finish
maybe.
making it? That
If not,
sounds
you'll have
fun.
that.
For sure.
What would you put in your piñata?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Tootsie Rolls.
What would y'all put in your piñata?
I like sour candy.
Mm.
So like Sour Patch Kids, those kinds of things.
Mine might be jerky.
Okay.
Oh, look at you.
Really
You care.
Yeah.
You are the one who cares about her teeth. Well, sort of. Beef jerky.
Yeah.
Mandy, what would you put in it?
Thanks for asking, Brandolyn. I think I would probably just put like chocolate of some sort.
Yum. The only problem with chocolate is it melts in the sun when they're swinging it.
Not
in the
if you eat it
piñata.
quick enough.
Oh, I see. Some of it may not make it in there.
Brandy knows. Like she usually tries to supply some candy. She always keeps me in. I call them church mints or peppermints, and she always keeps me in church mints. And then she had some Hershey's Kisses, and I'm a stress eater.
Me too.
Can you tell? And anyway, so I like the chocolates.
That sounds good.
So probably chocolate. All right, what else is going on?
So out in Montgomery at the Stewart West branch, the West Friends of the Library, they are going to have a fabulous book sale May 8th through the 10th, and it begins at 9:15 in the morning, it seems. So this is, again, we cannot stress enough how much we love our friends. Our friends make so many things possible. And these book sales that they have, they're so beneficial to the library. When you go and you purchase books, not only are they the best deal in town, because a lot of books are 50 cents, or some children's books are even a quarter. And then I know that hardcover books sometimes are $1, but it is the best deal in town. And all the money that's raised through these book sales, it stays at the branch wherever the book sale is being held. And it goes back into, well, so what happens to it? Well, what happens is a lot of times during the summer and during the school year, there are things that we need for like programs for the children. It could be supplies, it could be the presenter, but the friends are extremely generous, and that money goes right back into the branch wherever you're buying the book on these programs. So please stop by and buy a couple things.
Yeah, they also have applications too, always available in the book nooks, and you can apply to be a friend yourself.
Yep. Actually, if I could give a shout out to our
Absolutely.
our Conroe friends, we actually just got all new young adult area furniture. So we have like
Oh my
cafe
goodness.
tables, chairs. We got 4 cafe tables, 4 chairs for each table. We have a giant whiteboard now that we're doing like little passive games on. And that was all funded by our friends.
And
So
Wow.
that's
thanks.
already, yes.
It looks great.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That is incredible.
Yeah.
The
Very
generosity just never ends. Heartfelt thanks
Yes.
to all the friends groups.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, Tullis had an adult mahjong group. They decided to try it out, and it's blowing up over there. They had to add a new table. I don't know much about it. Like, I've played it online, you know, but it's a thing. It's a real thing,
Yep.
and I know West has had it. It's very successful over there. I think they maybe have 3 tables. I don't know. They have, they've had to expand. But Tullis is going to have their adult mahjong group on May 2nd at 10 a.m. So if that is your thing, definitely go check that out. And our Metter branch in Willis, they're going to have a kids craft afternoon on May 8th. And they are going to do Mother's Day flower pots.
Cute.
That's
I know. I want a Mother's Day. All my kids are too big to be doing that. I mean, I guess not.
Never
They
too
could still
big.
do it.
You're never too big
Yeah.
to make a flower pot and put a little plant in it.
Maybe if I get them an Easter basket, they'll get me a flower pot.
That's not going to be one of those Easter baskets where I saw it on some social media thing where you
100%.
present your child with a whole bunch of cleaning supplies.
1,000%
They
it
say,
will be.
I need an Easter basket. You'll get one. And then here it comes. You've got, the glass cleaner and the furniture cleaner. I don't know.
100%.
All I can think is
That wasn't my idea.
the love fern.
Yes. The love fern. Yes.
So the Genealogy Center is having this very unusual program. It's called the Brick Wall Wrecking Crew. That's the name of the program. And that's
Are they starting like demolition in the genealogy?
sort of, but I guess you could say it's like virtual demolition, not physical.
Okay, Brandy.
So this is a wonderful program, and it is unusual. So a lot of times when people are, completing or working on their family genealogy, all of a sudden, just like in anything else, they proverbially hit a brick wall. They can't find something. They don't know how to get around it or go over it. That's what this program's about. It's about techniques and resources that are little known that they want to make better known so that people can, find ways to break through that brick wall. And that's going to be held on May the 16th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're working on genealogy in any way, just getting started, or you've hit that wall, that's definitely something that you might want to attend, because even if you're just starting, it's good to know what those tips and resources will be once you hit your brick wall.
Yeah, I was telling Brandy that last week before last, I think the genealogy department posted on their Facebook page. It was like Scottish Heritage Day and like, what color is your tartan? And I was like, I think I have some Scottish relatives, our ancestors. And so I got on ancestry.com, free to use with your Montgomery County Library card. And I'm I'm looking. And I got back to like 5 generations or something, starting with myself. And I hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know how to do any of the other stuff. So I'm definitely going to have to make an appointment. I always say I'm going to go to this program. I'm going to do this. I'm always so busy.
I know.
Maybe one day.
Well, we're usually working on things for the library so that we make more things available to those
Of course.
who,
And,
yes.
that's why they're always, cardboard and glitter.
Yeah.
That,
Or laminate.
Oh my gosh, the laminate strips.
There's a great meme out there. I've seen it several times. And every time, I could see it 100 times, I'd still chuckle. It's 2 people riding along side by side in a car, and it says, reference librarian, and all proper and looks so nice and, you know, and so approachable. And then, of course, there's the children's librarian in the other seat. And there's like a feather boa and the glitter and the cardboard and all that stuff like you're talking about. Yes, definitely.
Except for I think they all share the glitter and the boas.
We have our moments.
They really all share that load there at Central.
Well, Mandy, you know why. It's because all librarians shine.
Oh, fancy. All right, Brandy.
So Magnolia is going to be having something. I think this is just totally confusing, but it's called a silent book club. Now, what
I've attempted.
you read a book and you sit there and don't say a word about it? What's that about?
So when I did mine, it was called the Introverts Book Club, and it's you go for an hour, you just sit there in silence and you read your own book. If you want to talk about it for like 5-10 minutes at the beginning of the session, you can. If not, you just want to sit there, put headphones in and read your book for an hour, you could do that too.
And
That's
you're
at least
just-
how I did mine.
You're
Yeah.
just vibing with other people.
Yep.
It's perfect for those, like, if you grew up and you didn't necessarily want to be a part of the party, but you wanted to be at the party.
Right.
So if you've kind of got that personality, these types of book clubs is perfect because, like, again, you have other people that you can vibe with, but you can also just ignore them and read your book.
Or if you don't want to, if you want to be a part of a book club, but you don't want to read that book that month,
Right.
then you're kind of stuck. It's like, do I just go and sit there, or do I not go? And then what if I miss
Right.
something? So that
I
way you
have
can at
that
least
like
look.
in my brain. Like if somebody tells me to read a book, I'm not going to read it.
Yes, I'm that way too. Yep, I'm like, I don't want to now.
Well, I think it's just so much more fun if everybody gets like, I mean, you could say, well, we're going to read from this genre. Okay. And then everybody chooses their own book because there's more exposure to the different, you know, titles that are out there. And if I hear you talking about one and you talking about another one, I'm like, oh, that sounds really interesting. Whereas if everybody's talking about the same book, you know, I wouldn't have that exposure.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a book club like that, like just a genre book club.
Yeah.
I
and
like
then they
that.
can pick, and then because I would go for the book talks.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Oh, exactly.
Awesome. Okay.
Sounds great.
So at our South Branch Library, we are having essential oils with Christy.
Ooh.
I know. I think this is a normal occurrence over there at South. So she comes in and she talks to you about like the best essential oils to use for certain things, homeopathic practices, I think.
Sounds like a sensational program.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's a stinker.
Quite possibly. Yes, absolutely.
I think it'll be fun. And as always, make sure to visit our story times at our Baby and Me classes. They usually happen around 10 a.m. Across the system at our branches. And make sure to visit our Metter and Mitchell branches because they are our family place.
Absolutely. We love the family place.
They got their family place grants, and they have really cool sections in the children's department for a lot of hands-on and tactile learning for the children. All right, so now we're down to Central. What's happening at the Central Library?
A lot of things.
Yes. So upcoming next Thursday, as of right now, so April 24th at 3:30, we're going to be doing DIY Newton's cradles. So if you know, it's that thing where all the marbles are hanging and you pull one and it bounces all of them back and forth. We're going to be making that.
Oh, cool.
So, and then in May, I have 2 coming up. Dragon eye magnets. So you kind of paint a little dragon eye on like one of those glass cabochons and glue it to the back of the magnet, and they look really cool. And then we're going to be doing, that's May 1st at 4. And we're going to be doing on May 8th at 4 due date card crafts. So I know some libraries don't really use the due date cards anymore. Some do, but not as much. So we have a lot of extras and the ones that have been used up. And I've made like little notebooks, bookmarks.
We've given away a lot of the notebooks. That, teachers love them.
They really do. They're extremely popular.
Yeah.
We put them out on the table at events when we're doing outreach, and they're gone.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yes.
Honestly, they'd be good for board games too if you're keeping stats on who
Oh,
wins.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get one for dominoes. We like to play dominoes.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay, so, and that's just the young adult programs?
That's young adult. Oh, I also have every 3rd Thursday of the month, I do a relax and color. So that one's the recurring program. You just come in, grab a coloring sheet, and sit with, I put on some peaceful sounds or music in the background, and you just color.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great
Stomach.
idea.
Did you hear it? I'm starving.
How can we ignore it now when you pointed it out?
I'm always hungry. Karen, what's up with you?
So for April, these are the ones that are still up and coming. We have our Mystery Book Club, which is going to meet on Monday, April 28th at 4:30. And the book for this month is called Kingdoms of Savannah by George Dawes Green. So if you're really interested in those mysteries, come and join us. We'd love to have you. We also have our Romance Book Club with happening on Monday, April the 21st at 4:45. And this one's probably going to be really popular because it's a Catherine Center read. It's called The Rom-Commers. So again, if you've read the book previously, don't worry about having to reread it. Still come because you can probably provide some great insights and discussion.
I love her. Like, I've met her several times because
Oh,
she's
really?
local.
She's a
you
local
know.
author, isn't she?
And I have a couple of books signed by her. She's a cool gal.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you ever met her?
I have not met her. That'd be
Really?
cool.
Wow. Yeah, she's from Houston. So
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty. I mean, I think she's
neighbor.
doing a tour
Yeah.
around the country for the Rom-Commers.
Oh, nice.
But is it that one or is it her? Is that the newest one? I don't know.
I don't remember because I
I
always see them out
like
of
her
orders.
her writing style. She's a lot of fun.
She's her and Emily Henry are very easy readers for adults, if that makes sense. The plots are still very nice, but nothing's too overcomplicated, and it feels very light to read.
Yes. Yeah.
Lighthearted.
Yes. It's not too heavy.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we have one that's already passed. It's called Novels at Night. But again, all of these book clubs that we have are recurring every month. So next month for Novels at Night, the book will be A Witch in Time by Constance Sayers. So if you don't like romance and you don't like mystery, try our Novels at Night club. We love to have you. We usually have it upstairs in our conference room right now that seats 6 because we're trying to grow our group.
And what time is that again?
This one will be probably around the same time, either 4:30 or 4:45.
Okay.
But we do have it on the community calendar.
Okay. All right.
If you're not interested in book clubs, but you would still like to join any of our social programs, we have a few of those coming up with our social circle. I can't say it right. It's going to happen on April 29th at 4 p.m. You get to bring your own needlepoint or needlework crafts.
Oh, okay. So
And
you're sewing.
social.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
social.
Yeah.
Social.
It's really fun because you can work on independent projects and even get ideas for other ones just by seeing what people are working on.
Nice.
We also have board games in the library that's going to be happening on April the 24th. It's going to be going on from 11 to 2. And it's just one of those ones where you can come into the library. We'll have board games at the reference desk that you can check out, not to leave, but to use in the library.
Right.
So you're sitting studying, you're like, hey, I need a break. Come and ask us. We probably have a good board game or two for you.
Okay.
And now we have a
Nice.
whiteboard.
And now we have a whiteboard.
Nice. Nice.
And this is really popular, but I wanted to highlight this one. It's already happened the first session, but we have a recurring gardening info session that's going
Yes.
on. And I'm not sure if Deandra had mentioned it. I know she had.
She did. We had some information from her the last show she gave us, and we talked about it. It's going to last for a while.
Yes,
isn't
it goes
She has
on
a
for
lot of-
several months,
lot of
and
sessions.
it's always, as I recall, it's always on a Friday afternoon at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yes. And we have our second one coming up. So if you've missed the first one, don't worry about it. Feel free to still come because we're going to have people who garden a lot, people who garden, or me where I want to have a green thumb, but it's more like it kills things.
Disasters.
Yep. It lasts for a little bit. But you can ask us questions, and we also have our seed library that if you want to look
Yes,
at in
that's
between.
new, right?
It's brand new.
Yep.
And at the seed library, we also have a box that you can ask a master gardener. So if you have any questions that
Nice.
arise that don't get answered during our info sessions, jot it down, put it in our box upstairs, and it might be brought up in our recurring sessions.
That's a great idea. And that's the program, as I'm trying to recall here, but that's the program where one session builds on the last session, and then it gives you time to go home and like prepare the soil or purchase the plants that would work for that particular area and all that. So not only does it give you the information and the instruction, it gives you time to do it.
Yeah.
That is really something that is special about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. And those are the events that are happening.
These are the ones that we have that are recurring for April and May.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, so earlier, Karen, you mentioned Leah, the new digital resource specialist at Central Library. Leah has a background in education, and so she is used to teaching certain skills and things to our patrons. And we caught up with her actually yesterday.
That was the spur of the moment thing we were talking about. Yes.
We need a video, really. And so we were like, Leah. And she was like, oh, okay then.
What do I have to do?
But she did a really great
She
job.
did.
And there are a ton of computer classes happening at the Central Library, reoccurring as well. So anyway, if we could go ahead and play that video that we stole from Leah yesterday, that would be great.
That'd be wonderful. So we're here today at Central Library with our newest digital resource specialist, Miss Leah Reitzel. Welcome, Leah.
Thank you.
How long have you been here at the Central Library?
I actually started on February 3rd.
Wow, so she is really brand new. So tell us a little bit about your particular job and what you do.
So the main thing that I do is to try to help people who are coming to the library that need assistance. We have our computer lab that's available. It's really for anyone. We have day passes if you don't have a library card. But for our patrons, if you come in with your library card and you have access to our computers and internet services and our Wi-Fi, we have classes that are available. So we're trying to develop those upcoming in May. We have our Computer Basics 101 and then 201. We're going to have Microsoft Word Basics 101 and 201 for that as well. And on beginning in May, we're also going to be extending Thursday afternoons from, let's see, at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. We have individual appointments, or on Friday mornings at 9, 10, and 11. So if patrons want to just call up here and schedule an appointment with me, and then let everyone know, or the person that you schedule with, know in advance what it is that you would like help on, so that I have time to kind of research if there's something that I am not familiar with already, so that I can be, a better service to help our patrons here.
So if you're brand new to using a computer or learning the Microsoft Office suite, or if you're someone that has some skills that you just want to update, either person could benefit very much from coming to some of the classes, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Leah, for helping us and making sure that the community stays informed about all that the Montgomery County Library System has to offer.
Thank you.
So we really enjoyed meeting up with Leah and talking all about what the Central Library is offering in computer classes and instruction. Miss Leah is a great resource.
Yeah, she really is.
She really is. So also, if you're interested, make sure that you fine-tune your schedule for the events that you're interested in by visiting countylibrary.org for more information about all programs that are offered at any of the library branches or whatever is just near you. Don't forget, the library will be closed on May 26th for the Memorial Day holiday.
Yes. I think, obviously there's nothing scheduled that day, but I think that's the only time the whole system is going to be closed in May is for Memorial Day.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, so I try not to do the same every time. It's time for Brandy's Brain Busters.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know about this, but Brandy's full of knowledge. I don't know. I mean, it's useful knowledge.
She had to hesitate.
No, it's good knowledge. She just tells me random facts all the time, like wild random things all the time. And so I was like, we've got to have a Brandy's Brain Buster, because she knows. She's like the historian of Montgomery County Memorial Library.
Oh no.
Wow.
Really.
I have high expectations then.
So Brandy takes care of the scrapbook. She's the keeper of the scrapbooks for now, for the system. And I really don't. Who's been taking care of scrapbooks?
Well, it's sort of a back burner project for right now, because we're making sure that we are in all places at all times,
Oh, okay,
talking
then,
about all
Brandon.
that the library has to offer.
Okay. So Brandy has a brain buster, and we'll all try to answer it. And then, of course, she'll reveal her answer.
Absolutely. So I am wondering, who knows what innovative library service was added to the Montgomery County Library in 1984?
Okay, Brandy. I was 2.
Okay.
I'm sure these babies were not even
I'm
born.
sure.
Let me see. I want to guess colored TV.
Oh my goodness.
I'm joking. I know there was colored TV before that.
You know that.
I don't know, Richard. What do you think?
I already know the answer.
Oh.
Richard cheated.
He cheated.
Haley, what do you think?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was my stomach.
We're gonna have to start serving actual tea.
Yeah.
Oh, pass. I'm not sure.
Was it our catalogs?
No.
Well, the innovative library service added to the Montgomery County Memorial Library System in 1984 was the ability to check out VHS cassettes.
Oh.
Now, that's kind of odd. Seeing as we don't have any VHS cassettes in the system anymore,
No.
but that was 41 years ago. And the whole thing is, a lot of people might be asking, well, what did you do to have to check out something like that? Well, you did have to be 18 years of age or older to check it out, of course, bears responsibility. But you also had to make a deposit at the circulation desk of $40.
$40.
In 1984?
Like, I'm not putting down $40
No.
for a DVD.
No,
today.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But this is how far we've come. So $40 just sounds like an awful lot of money in 1984. So I got really interested then. And I said, I had to find out some more fun facts. And so I decided to go ahead and plug that number into the inflation calculator for 2025. You got any idea how much $40 is worth in 2025 dollars?
90 bucks.
I guess like 100 now.
That's a very good guess.
I was saying 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mandy?
I was going to say 100.
Richard? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. So actually $40 in 1984 is the equivalent of $123.12 in today's money.
No.
That better be an important Dumbo. Or what does it say up here? Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yes, that is one of the VHS cassettes that was available for checkout. It says Dumbo, it says Raiders of the Lost Ark, Fiddler on the Roof. You know, it's all the good stuff. It's just, you're wondering, well, why not just go to a Blockbuster and it's what, maybe $3.25 to rent it?
You can't do that, Brandy, in
Can't
1984.
do it because Blockbusters weren't around until 1985. Maybe somebody went to the Montgomery County Library and they came up with this new business model, and so then they opened the first Blockbuster.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just I was curious, 1985, how much were actual VHS tapes to buy?
Okay.
They ranged from $80 to $89.
Wow.
So
paying
$40
for
down.
Yeah.
I guess that's not
Wow.
that
About
big of a deal.
50% ish,
Well, okay, that makes
something
more
like
sense now, I
that.
guess.
Jeez.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then nowadays, you have to be 18 and you can check out 10 DVDs for free.
free.
For
Yep.
free. Free.
Yeah.
Wow. See, I just learned with Richard and Brandy in my life. I'm a smarter person.
Well, it got me thinking because I remember like laser discs were really expensive, but you couldn't really rent them.
No. Not till Redbox.
So
I hate to admit this, but I had an uncle when I was a very young teenager, about 14 or so, and he had one of the first Betamaxes. And so you're talking, what, maybe late 70s?
What is that, Brandy?
Richard, what's a Betamax?
basically, it's just like a VHS tape, better quality, but it lost the cassette war.
I see.
Okay.
And so I remember him saying, someone asked him, because everybody wanted to see what it was all about. And I was real young, but I was still impressed by, seeing this new technology at that time. And he said, oh, it was like $1,200. So I didn't plug that into the inflation calculator yet, but I bet it's like, what, 3,000 or
Yeah.
something? Yeah, it was amazing. So, all things are relative.
Well, good thing we can check out DVDs for free now.
Absolutely. I am so excited that we can do that.
And there's no more blockbusters.
No.
Hold on.
There may be one left somewhere, Mandy. I'm not 100% sure. But
I do still have a card.
Thought there. You do not have
I
a
do.
card.
I do still have a card.
Oh my goodness.
I found it. I don't throw anything away. Librarians don't.
This one does.
We'll get to that
We'll
in
get
a
to that
second.
in a minute.
Brandy and her weird reads.
The
All
weeding
right,
specialist.
all
That's what it
right.
really is.
Okay, so we always like to talk about what books we're reading, what current books we're reading. Richard did such a great job last time that I'm going to give him a reprieve. He does, unless he has a book. Have you been reading a book, Richard?
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so.
I'm very anti-reading. So
Of course he is. That's why he has us on.
yeah, trying to understand my enemy. That's
Oh, one day.
One
All
day.
right.
He has a library card.
He does have a library card.
Yes, we signed him up.
And he visits the library. All
To
right.
check out DVDs.
Maybe. Maybe. All right, Hailey, you go first.
I am trying to build my manga graphic novel collection for Central, and so I have been reading a lot of manga and graphic novels. And I just read 2 recently. It's part of a series. I read volumes 1 and 2. It's called Puppasits Attract. It's very cute. It's like a cute little romance one. And there's a guy with a small like Pomeranian, I think, and a girl with a large Rottweiler. And it's just their little story. It's very cute. Very easy to read.
Okay.
Nice.
And would this be adult, young adult?
Those were young adult.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Karen?
So the one I've read the most recently is called Automatic Noodle, which it was an early access read. It's kind of like a sci-fi meets cozy. It's a genre blend, so it's sci-fi meets cozy books. Basically, it's a story of about a bunch of robots who have start running their own noodle shop because they're trying to build their own community after a war happened. So in this case, it's a future where California has separated from the United States. Very interesting, but it's very cute because you get to see their different personalities, and then you get to see humans interacting with these robotic personalities. And like with most cozy novels, it's going to have a happy ending.
Right.
And that's what I kind of liked about it, because it had the sci-fi elements, but it didn't have necessarily the dystopian feel, but it did have that cozy kind of read.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it's an early access one, so it's not coming out till I believe July of this year. But keep your eye out. It's got a very bright colored title to it.
Okay, cool. Here we go, y'all.
Okay.
Brandy's always got some wild and crazy books that she's reading.
So actually, I prefer to read nonfiction books. And so I had been working on the Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, which
Interesting.
Margareta Magnuson, and that was a couple months ago. And then last month, I kind of segued into the companion book for that, which was The Art of Aging Exuberantly. It was more of a continual kind of thing of the first book. But of course, those books are about paring down and distributing things to people that would truly benefit or enjoy them the most. But I'm also a huge fan of Marie Kondo. So I actually own a copy of the Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Now, I have several of her books, but that one I revisit the most often because, yes, I do have a reputation for throwing things away, but I'm not exactly throwing things away. What I'm doing is I'm sort of making sure that, if there's something that could benefit someone else and I'm done with it, my joy is gone, as Marie would say, I pass it along to someone else and then I organize what's left. So you can, with her books, you can go back and revisit. You don't have to reread the whole book. You can just go back and, look at whatever it is you're paring down. So I always enjoy that. And actually, that goes along with working in a library because, we do weeding and we make sure that the copies of the books that we have are in good enough shape for those of you that don't know, what weeding really is in a library scenario. And we make sure that, things aren't torn or stained or, coming apart.
Or molding.
Yeah, molding.
Mold.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Or
Is
talkie stained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet there's been a whole interesting selection of things that people have found in books.
Yes.
Does anyone have a real zinger?
I had a dried ice cream package. This was a junior high. And it was in a section of the library that really didn't get used. It might have been the reference section, actually. It was just kind of in between some books. Yay, junior high.
Yeah. Mine was back when I was a shelver at South. I was helping check in books from the book drop. And one of them, it had it was a hardback picture book, but it had the cover on it. So there was air in between the cover and the hardback. And there was a lollipop stick stuck in between. And I was like, what is that? Because all you feel is a bump and then you open it up and try and peek and you're like, ugh. So that was my fun one.
Yeah.
Or when you get the bugs. The bugs are fun.
No.
Yeah.
No,
We're not going there? Okay.
No. That's just rumor.
far?
That is nothing but rumor.
Then you won't like my story.
Oh.
I was helping we were getting books from the book deposit, and I picked one up, and I was like, that's weird. I saw something poking out of the top, and I was like, what the heck is that? So I opened it, and I was like, oh, God! It was a roach, and I was like, but I thought it was dead. Keyword is thought it was dead.
Listen.
So I opened it, and I showed it to another circulation member, and it goes,
read books too, Karen.
I don't know about that.
It's fine.
So you understand the importance of why Montgomery County makes sure that they do regular weeding of the collection.
That's right. And we always make sure we check our books before we put them back on the shelf.
Yes, we absolutely do.
That's why we have a whole department that does that.
That's
Yes.
exactly right. So it's not, ladies and gentlemen, about sitting around and getting paid to read books. That is a common fallacy.
All right. So I'm waiting for the day that Brandy holds me by the shoulders and she says, you give me no more joy. And she chucks me out the window.
That will never happen.
All right. Well, thank you for asking me what book I read,
Yes,
Brandy.
Mandy, what book are you reading?
She never remembers to ask me.
every episode that happens, and I even have a note here, and I was still bad.
So I'm in the middle of books, really. I kind of started a series. I read my book club book, and then I read an extra one. And I think I talked about that last time, the Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. Don't do it, people.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Good to know.
Just heartbreaking. Anyway, I wasn't expecting that. And, I mean, it was a great book, but not unless you want to get in your feels. Okay, so I really just started yesterday, so I would have a book to read. Or a book to talk about, The Art of Starting Over. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, so I was like, okay, I got to do this. And then, I just got on my Kindle, and which is compatible with Libby, our app, by the way. So The Art of Starting Over by Heidi McLaughlin seems to be okay so far. I don't know. It's realistic fiction. We'll see. I mean, I think it's basically self-explanatory. I think a woman is starting over. Really, it was
Makes
on
sense.
my list, and I was like, this looks okay.
Okay, but I need to point out that the first couple of words in that title is the art of. So
You're rubbing off on me.
I definitely am making a contribution here. So hopefully I am making a positive one. So see, she's just a little bit farther until she gets into the art of Swedish death cleaning.
Maybe she won't throw me away.
There you go.
Which
Trying
is
to do
crazy
everything.
that you mentioned that because I had 3 requests for that book yesterday
You
by
know-
3 separate people.
The Art of Swedish Death Cleaning?
Both of the titles too.
You know what I
What are the
wonder?
odds?
Because that is the book that was featured, that was my choice for episode, well, it'll be 2 episodes ago by the time this airs. So I'm wondering if they're
Yes,
watching
of course, Brandy. It was your
the
recommendation.
program. No, actually, it was on the New York Times bestseller list for a really time. But let's go with the first
I
idea.
know.
I mean,
Of course it was your recommendation, Brandolyn.
it's a great
All right.
book.
So if any of you have a suggestion for a dystopian book, I think I want to do a dystopian. I'm holding on to Onyx Storm. I haven't read it yet because I hate reading books and then having to wait for the next one in the series.
Yeah.
So, but I do like dystopian. So maybe later you can email me some suggestions. All right. So each show we feature a library resource that sweetens your tea. And the last episode we talked about transparent language, and it allows you to learn at your own pace 140 plus different languages. That includes their different dialects, all for free with your Montgomery County Library card. So today's resource is Udemy. How many of you have you used Udemy before?
I've not used it, but I've played around with it.
I just made an account yesterday.
Nice. Okay. So I'm actually using it. I just got a LinkedIn certificate. So Udemy is a bunch of learning and improving skills videos. It's multi-language, 25,000 plus videos that are offered for different skills like business and tech, social media, stuff like that, computer skills. I think there's some professional developments, leadership classes. So, and you get, at the end, you get a course certificate for completing it. So I did LinkedIn because I think we're looking into a LinkedIn account. And
Something new for
then
us.
right now I'm doing a social media and marketing masterclass. It's 36 hours. So it's going to be a minute before I get that done, but I get a course certificate afterwards, and it basically just has, you know, those CTE hours or the PD hours or whatever you need. So, like if you need some PD hours for your job, sorry, you'd have to check with your employer first to see if they'll take those, but they're free with your card. You just sign up an account and then link your 16-digit card number to it, and then you're good.
I will say there are some extra steps. It does, at least now when we were testing it yesterday, ask you to download a verifying app where it's going to send you a one-time code, but that's just when you do a first setup. And
well,
if you're
I've had my account for quite some time, so
So I think it's a new feature that they were
probably
implementing.
just like a 2-step verification,
Yes.
making
Yep.
sure that you're
Double
an actual
layer.
person.
Yep.
Okay,
Exactly.
cool. So, again, Udemy is free, just like any other resource that we talk to you guys about on this show, offered to you by the Montgomery County Library with your library card. So, yay!
Yay.
Check it out.
Yes.
You know what else I want to check out, Brandy?
What?
Staff sightings.
You know, there are a lot of staff
was a bad segue.
signings because we are doing our best to be out into the community and spreading the word about all that we offer. As a matter of fact, South staff will be at the Evergreen community on May the 28th, making those free library cards and visiting with the community and letting them know all about the good things in the Montgomery County Library System. Mitchell and Magnolia staff will also be at that wonderful event called Magnolia Reads Jubilee on May the 31st. And staff from multiple branches will be visiting area schools to promote our summer reading program. Yay! And for 2025, the theme for that is called Color Our World.
Color Our World.
Yes.
I'm excited because, Brandy and I get to help order and distribute supplies for the summer reading programs, and lots of artsy things are going to happen at our branches. That's exciting.
Lots of programs.
Yeah. So, Brandy, I heard that you ran into somebody the other day. Somebody's blue, somebody's green.
Oh my goodness. Yes, we might be very familiar with who those mascots are. They are Montgomery County's own Monty and Libby.
Yep. So we do talk to Monty and Libby on occasion. And I think this is the first time that they've had a little video on the radio show. But Monty and Libby are very excited about the summer reading program. And they made us a little video. So here you go, Monty and Libby.
Enjoy.
Hey, Artist Libby, put down that paintbrush for a minute.
What? Monty! I'm just so excited about the Color Our World theme. The Montgomery County Memorial Library System is having a summer reading program. It begins June 2nd and runs through July 26th.
I want to get started. What do I do?
You can pick up a reading log at your local library, or you can download the Reader Zone app and log your books there.
I hear they have great prizes if you finish your reading requirements.
They do. If you read 10 books, you get a completion bag, a free book, coupons, and a ticket for a drawing.
10 books, Libby. That sounds like a lot. Did you say you can read a total of 300 minutes for ages 0 to 8 and 600 minutes for all the other age groups?
That's right. Minutes or books works just fine.
Libby, can you read the books to me?
Of course, Monty. That counts too.
Maybe I could find some books about painting.
Oh, Monty, you can check out all kinds of books on art at the library.
Read more books.
Join us at your local library this summer for special events and earn prizes for reading. Register beginning June 2nd. Track your goal with the Reader Zone app or pick up a paper reading log at your library. Go to countylibrary.org in May for more information. So I hope you enjoyed that wonderful little video with Monty and Libby telling you all about the good things that are coming for the summer reading program this year. As we mentioned, the theme for the 2025 summer reading program is Color Our World. So I think there's going to be a lot of programs that have to do with creativity and art, which is very, very important. And the summer reading program also, I wanted to mention before we delve into the programs we may be offering, a little taste of it, will run from June the 2nd until July the 26th this year. And Mandy, is it true that in May you can sign up on our Reader Zone app?
Yes, you should be able to sign up. Go ahead and make an account on our Reader Zone app. It's an app that you can download onto your device and then make a little account. And then June 2nd, it will allow you to start logging books. I know that it's what's the number of books? 10 books?
Yes, 10 books. And for the ages 0 through 11 or 0 through 12, it's 300 minutes or 10 books. And then for the young adult, it would be 600 minutes or 10 books still. An adult, does that also fall under the 600-minute umbrella?
I think so. I really think so.
I think
don't
it
think
does.
changes, yeah.
I think it remains the same.
Yeah.
So it's certainly a very attainable goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have fun doing it, and it makes you eligible for these wonderful grand prize drawings. Most of those are going to be a book bundle. I understand there's a customization to it as far as what your interests are. And then neatly tucked inside of your book bundle should be something very generous from one of our summer reading sponsors. Sometimes they're gift cards, sometimes they're tickets to venues. We just have all kinds of great generosity in the community for our program.
Yeah. So, Hailey, is there anything incredibly awesome happening in our young adult
Yes.
department?
One of our programs is going to be run by the Young Rembrandts, who I've had in the past. I've used them a couple times, but they're going to be doing a pop art dog. And I'll have an image of an example on all flyers and stuff once those go out. But it's going to be July 10th at 2.
Nice. Awesome.
Fun.
Yep.
Karen, how about you in the adult department?
Yes, if you were with us last year for summer reading, we had Ranger John come out. He's with the Parks Department. He's coming back this year. He's going to be doing a program. It's a dual program, but I'm just going to highlight the adults. It's called Colors in the Wild with Ranger John. He's going to talk about how animals use color camouflage to adapt to their environment.
Awesome. Great. Okay, so again, if you guys want to know more about any of the events that are happening during our summer reading program, a lot of those events are starting to be put up on our event calendar pretty quickly. I think we try to do like 2 months out or something like that. So just keep checking back on our events calendar at countylibrary.org. And you can see that, or you could visit your local library, and they should have those calendars available to you mid-May, maybe beginning of May. I'm not really sure. But then you could plan your summer.
And also, not only can you sign up for the Reader Zone app to record your minutes and keep track of what you are reading, but you can also pick up a paper reading log. So we haven't abandoned the idea of paper. We just want everyone to be comfortable logging those wonderful minutes, whether it's on paper or it's digitally.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming out today.
Thank you for having us.
We have really enjoyed it. You've been a wealth of information.
Spilled some tea.
Spilled a little.
Spilled a little bit of tea. All right. So I just want to remind everybody before Brandy signs us off that any links that you might need from today's show can be found in our show description. And we really enjoyed it. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So make sure to visit one of your local county libraries for a free library card. And I have one last thing to say.
She forgets it every time.
Go read.